All three candidates for Indiana governor squared off for the final time in a debate. In the previous debate, COVID-19 was a topic that came up regularly, but this time candidates were asked to address several other hot issues. Governor Eric Holcomb, Democratic candidate Woody Myers, and Libertarian candidate Donald Rainwater showed their differences on how certain topics should be addressed. One of the most polarizing topics was the legalization of marijuana.
We have the ability to create new agricultural, manufacturing, and retail opportunities for Hoosier business owners just by legalizing and decriminalizing cannabis.
While Rainwater is in full support of legalization, Democratic candidate Woody Myers took a more moderate approach.
It is time to decriminalize simple possession of cannabis in the state of Indiana. It makes no sense to be on the border between Indiana and Illinois and walk across the border and become a criminal. It's also time for us to legalize medical marijuana in Indiana.
As for Governor Eric Holcomb, he feels it's not up to states to regulate drugs that are federally illegal. He thinks more research needs to be done before action is taken.
It's just like any other controlled substance or drug that needs to be approved. In the meantime, there are alternatives to those who are in pain. I'm not against researching this medically, but it needs to be done before we can respond in an intelligent way.
Another hot-button issue that was brought up was police reform and racial inequality. This is an issue Governor Eric Holcomb says he'll be creating a new cabinet position for.
They will be in charge of making sure that we remove any barriers, that we remove any hurdles, and address those gaps.
As for candidate Myers, he feels more oversight of law enforcement is part of solving the problem.
We need oversight of that very small percentage of officers that don't follow policy, where accusations have been made.
Candidate Rainwater reiterated his stance on the decriminalization of marijuana. It's something he feels will fix racial bias in our justice system.
We can start by decriminalizing cannabis and getting people out of jail and out of prison who are simply there because they possessed a plant.
And much like their positions on these polarizing topics, each candidate has their own priority if elected.
As governor, my number one issue will always be public safety, period. And under that umbrella, we'll have public health, criminal justice reform, those things that keep Hoosiers safe.
I believe that the biggest issue today is, are you experiencing government by your consent?
Biggest issue, I think, facing the state of Indiana and every other state in the nation is how we are able to skill up our workforce.
If you would like to watch the debate in full, head to our website, WLFI.com.